What's going on YouTube, man? In today's video, I'm gonna give you guys the early access, you know what I mean? I got the PS5, so I give you guys early access to Modern Warfare 2 beta for the best settings you want to use when you guys do get access to finally play Modern Warfare 2. And for all the other people that got the beta that comes out in like the 22nd, so a couple days, these are gonna be the settings that you're gonna want to rock when you do finally get to play the Modern Warfare 2 beta. Here you go. Alright, so first you want to do is you want to press start, and then you want to press the R1 button over here to this little cognitive wheel to the settings. You want to click on controller. And then in order to access to all the other like the sidebars right there, I would just press L2 on your controller or the left bumper, and then you'll be able to access all of them. And then as you see right there, we got the controller, and we also got the advanced settings as well. We'll jump into the advanced after we go through the standard controller settings that you do have when you do first get this game. Basically, this is what I have it. I have my button layout as default flip, just because, you know, standard, you know, PS3 player. I'm used to the flip, so what I play on, you know what I mean? I have the button flip on, stuff like that. Button layout, you're gonna have a default, you know what I mean? Control vibration, you're gonna have that turned off. Well, and then for aiming right here, for my sensitivity, I have it at 10 to just because that's how I play in Warzone. And then for ADS sensitive multiplier, I have it at 0.8, just because in Warzone I have it at 0.85, but then obviously I don't have 0.85, so I put it at 0.8. It doesn't make a difference, but you know what I mean? Whatever you guys feel comfortable with, you can choose, but I have it at 0.8. That's a lot of pro players lose. That's gonna be the setting that you guys want to use, you know what I mean? And as we go down here, right, as you can see, for the aim down sight behavior, you want to have a hold, or else you can have it as tap, but like toggle, which is like you tap to ADS, tap to un-ADS, but I mean, most people have hold, you know what I mean? Then right here for automatic sprint, is keep in mind is originally the settings is gonna be off. Okay, so you're gonna want to change it to automatic tactical sprint, and that way you're not, you know what I mean, stressing your sprint button as much. So you just automatically just move it and it'll sprint. One of the equipment behavior as hold, weapon mount activate ADS, and you know, tap to reload, and on play apply all. Now we're going to the advanced settings, which is gonna be key important. You guys don't want to watch completely. Target aim assist when I have on aim assist type. I keep that as default, but you can also change it to precision, you know what I mean, focus, or Black Ops, which is just the aim sound targets used in Black Ops games, which I kind of find interesting, but I will have to, you know, test out that setting a bit. But so far, we'll keep it at default just for now for the beta, just in case. But if you guys want to play around with that, you can. In response curve, I keep it as standard, just because that's how I have it on Warzone, so I'm just gonna keep it as is. And a lot of pro players just keep it as standard. And ADS 5, I'm gonna keep it at 1.0, you know what I mean? And you know that instant. And then over here, the dead zone. This is important right here. Okay, this is the key thing that you're gonna want to like pay attention to. For the left stick min for the dead zone, I have it at 0.01. That's just a response to if you have stick drift. So if you don't have stick drift, you don't have it as 0.01. That way you have more control over your controller. But keep in mind, if you do have stick drift, is you're gonna want to put it at, you know what I mean, like 0.10. That's what the standard is at. The standard of this is at 0.10. But if you have stick drift, you can push it up. But if you don't have stick drift, just keep it at 0.01. That way you have more control over your ADS. You know, like just control of your analog stick when you do aim down sight and stuff like that. You know, leave this at 0.9. And then right here is just the L2 button dead zone, which is mainly for like, you know, Semtex or like flash and stuff like that. But you don't just keep that at 0.01 so you have more control over it. You know what I mean? And that was when I have a toggle, and then, you know, everything else is everything that you have right here. So for ground, okay, so this is important for the movement behavior right now. So ground mantle, as you can see right here, these two mantle, ground mantle, airborne mantle, automatic ground mantle, turn those off, you know what I mean? Especially ground mantle. So basically, you know, in Warzone, you just have, you know, you mantle, sometimes you mantle an object, but you don't really want to. Now, with this new Modern Warfare feature, you can turn it off. So there's no more auto mantle and everything like that. You can turn that off in multiplayer, which is huge, you know what I mean? Amazing. Basically, so now you'll be able to slide cancel. And if you want to know how to slide cancel, all you gotta do is double tap the circle button right here. I'm gonna show you guys. Focuses. So double tap your slide button right here, the circle, and then you want to ADS and then press X, and then you'll be able to just slide cancel like that. That's basically how you want to slide cancel. And when you have mantle off, you won't be able to like, you'll be able to slide cancel. You won't like mount onto whatever object that is. And then basically right here, as you can see, like everything else is just standard. You can pause and read and everything like that. It's just like vehicle stuff. Now let's go over to graphics. Basically, for world motion blur, for weapon motion blur, you want to turn that off. You know what I mean? Basically, this just like affects how you see. As you can see on the right side here, you know what I mean? Like there's a blur in between. So when you're like ADSing down one person, you want to go to the next person. There's a big motion blur. So basically, turn that off so that way you won't have motion blur, and be able to, you know, do it on Warzone. You know what I mean? When you go on Warzone, you turn off motion blur, same thing. Film game, I have that set at 0.25, so a lot of people have. Depth of field, I have that off, so that way it's out of focus, effect is disabled, you know what I mean? As you can see right there, you know what I mean? Like, it's not as blurry when you do ADS. You make sure you want to turn that off. Right, you can see, field of view. I mean, as you know, PS5 console players, you get 120 FOV, Modern Warfare 2, which is huge. And I'm pretty sure they do implement it in Warzone 2.0, but we'll see when that does drop and we'll be able to play it. And for third person field of view, I have that 90, just standard and brightness and safe area. But yeah, and then over here, we got the audio. I didn't really test the audio headphone mix. I have that just at headphone, but I mean, I'm gonna put that like home theater or something as I have on Warzone. But for now, we have it at headphone just because the audio, the footsteps in this game are really loud. I feel like they definitely, that's one thing they definitely do need to fix when they do come out with this game officially, is fix the audio, because I can hear people from really far away. The loud footsteps sound like Bigfoot, and I feel like it's definitely an issue thing to fix. But I just have it at straight up 100 and whatnot, like hit marker volume, I have it 100, effect 100. But they definitely need to fix the footsteps and stuff like that. Voice chat, obviously have it on. I'm playing on PS5. This is like the regular voice chat volume that I have for it. And then yeah, but basically those are the settings that you're gonna want to run from Modern Warfare 2 for the beta. Trust me, these are what all the pro players are using. You know what I mean? It's 100% legit. So make sure you guys, when you do be able to play the beta, you run these settings and you'll be set to go. The movement will be insane. Hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to drop a like. Also, if you guys want new Modern Warfare 2 content that comes out daily, hit that subscribe button. Hope you enjoy. Peace.